Welcome to the Piece by Piece Autism Podcast with your hosts, Angie and Christy. They've worked 25 years to help Alec get the most out of life. Let them tell you how they're doing it.
Welcome back to Piece by Piece Autism Podcast. We're so glad you are here. Christy and I talk all about our years of experience with her youngest son, Alec. Alec has severe autism, is nonverbal, and lives in Utah in a group home setting. He's a pretty cool 28-year-old and continues to grow, and he exceeds our expectations every day. He's living his best life, and we want to share with you what we have learned along the way. Today, we're going to talk about the week of the summer. We absolutely love and look forward to Boat Week every year with Alec. And we just wrapped up Boat Week about a week ago. Alec flew in from Utah, and we want to just talk about this tradition that this has become. What year was this? I know we talked about this. Was it year 6 or 7?
Well, ask me an easy question. I don't know.
I think we said it. Yeah, 6, 7.
know.
Oh goodness. Anyways, we've been
one or
doing
the
this. We've been doing this for a few years now, and it really has become a fun tradition where we spend time together with Alec, and we do water sports because he loves the water. So, tell us a little bit, Christy, about how this evolved into what is now Boat Week every summer.
We started having him go out on the boat as early as we owned a boat, and he just loved it. He loved having the air through his hair as we're driving the boat across the lake. He loved getting in the water, flicking it, doing all the things. Then he eventually went to camp in Colorado at Syndigo, sports camp, and they taught him how to do some water sports. That took it to like the next level.
Yeah.
And so we started doing like a weekly boat outing whenever he lived in Dallas in our home. And that was fun. We loved it. But then when he moved up to Utah, we were saying, how can we continue this on? Because we want him to continue with hobbies, because we work so hard to get hobbies. And it was just one of his top things that he loves. So we just decided we're going to have a designated week that's going to be called Boat Week. And we're going to see how many of our crew that we could get together. And this crew is our old friends, the Owen family. And we'll discuss who all these people are later, but then it ended up being like his skiing guy ended up getting trained to teach him on the water. And so then that evolved into Blake coming, and Blake is such a hype guy and gets Alec really pushing and learning new things. So it kind of evolved into that.
Yeah. And this year we thought it would be fun just to kind of recap the benefits that we've seen in Alec and in the families, just getting together, and how excited the kids are to be together, and the arts and crafts that we do for maybe the younger kids that Alec may or may not participate in, but everybody finds joy in this week. And I think that is what's really cool, is Alec brings everybody together for this really fun time. So before we left Boat Week, we pulled everybody aside in little groups and just asked some thoughts or some feedback, I guess, on what their favorite thing about Boat Week was, what they loved about Alec, or different ways that they contributed to Boat Week. And so just as a heads up, we're going to be plugging in their recordings from about a week ago. We're not obviously all together right now, but we do have some input from our boat crew.
I wanted to roughly talk about how we set up the week for Boat Week. It's not truly 7 days. This one wasn't.
No.
It varies according to the year and according to how many people can get together when. And we mostly have the whole group out at the whole time, but sometimes we have people coming and going. This year we'll do different groups on the boat, because Alec can get overwhelmed if we have too many people on. I think the boat will take 14 adults, but you don't ever want 14 adults on it. It's just too many. And it's just too crowded and it gets
Yeah.
overwhelming for Alex. So he likes to have small groups. And one of the groups he really enjoys the most, probably, I would say, he may not admit this to us, but he likes Guy Day on the boat,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, he likes to ride the tube really rough. He
Yeah.
loves that, and he loves that the guys will get on with him and they'll ride rough. This year they did double tubes, so they were crashing into each other, and he just absolutely ate that with a spoon.
Yeah.
And now we had this fun thing that we tried this year, which was an Olympics and a mini Olympics, and we had teamed up like a tween boy with one of the little girls because
Mm-hmm.
we have this kind of big age range. And so that was really fun to see them helping each other kind of doing the Olympics. And
Yep.
then we would plug Alec in the funniest ways. Like he had this one event where he had to sit in a chair and he had to take a pool noodle and he had to try to swipe at the kids as they were trying to pick up cups because
Yeah.
they were competing to see how many cups they could get. And it was hilarious. We had an icky food contest. We do this kind of historically each year, but this year it really was over the top. And we added some new really gross things like eating an anchovy straight from the jar, which Angie's husband was
He
the
said
big winner.
that was the most mild. Don't ever trust anyone if they offer you a fried chicken piece of hard candy.
Yeah.
That was what we assumed was going to be the most
Yeah.
gentle. Like we put that on the lower
Yeah.
bar of difficulty scale, and it ended up being wasn't. Oh, was that the
Yeah,
top?
that was the worst one.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the worst one.
Yeah.
They could not, some of them were just gagging and
It was
like, okay, so
disgusting.
it's a fried chicken hard candy you can get through Amazon. By
Don't
the
do
way,
it.
if you want to gross out your friends. Now, I really thought it was going to be the barf flavored soda
Oh
that
yeah,
was going to just get everybody. But then little Lolly, who's 8 years old, said, "Can I have more of that barf soda?"
yeah, they ended up liking that one, but
Yeah, they were like,
you
"Oh,
came
can I
up
have
with
more
some
of that one?"
nasty stuff.
Ah,
Oh
we had this
gosh.
what was that sea stuff? Sea something.
Sea grapes.
Sea grapes. Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
they come as just this mushy green, disgusting. And you have to rehydrate them.
yeah, they like grow like mini
Yeah, they
grapes.
grow like little sea monkeys. Anyway, and then we have a group picture. We have different sources where we can get some pretty affordable shirts printed up, and we do a different logo each year,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah,
Maybe we've had one year where we did the same one, but
yeah.
those are super fun. And we do a group picture.
And have I
Then we
told
do
you
what?
I cannot wash Luke's fast enough? He is wearing it on repeat. He will
Oh,
not
how
take it
cute.
off. He
Oh,
wears
that's
it
fun. I love that.
almost every day.
Oh, I love it. I love the design.
They're so
this year.
cute. They're so cute.
Angie's sister-in-law does the artwork for
Yes,
us.
she's amazing.
And then we do a bunch of outside activities mixed in. Alec loves going out on an ATV. He loves that same feel of like being on the boat, of having the wind through his hair and
Yes.
having, the cow poo slop up onto his arm. He loves the whole experience. Yeah. And then we got a small pond out and the kids go fishing, and that can be really fun. Then we have super great homemade meals that, for the most part, Angie and Megan plan, but we all kind of chip in and help clean up. It's kind of a big group effort, and Alec can run the vacuum cleaner and he can do different things to interact. And then we had the funnest hide and seek game this year. That was just done at night and with flashlights, and
Yeah, the
so the
kids
whole
had
thing
a blast with that.
really nice. Was really nice. And having Alec have to tolerate a little bit harder things, like
Yeah.
having to figure out how to sleep in the same house with other people in the next room, maybe making too many noises, and the doors being like paper thin.
Oh, yeah.
I think he did really well.
He did
So
fantastic. He
yeah,
really did.
it was super fun. I encourage anybody who can make something like this happen, and it's just been a wonderful experience for us. And
Yeah.
just the bonding that you have. I got the sweetest message from Megan this morning, and that I'm going to put in my favorite things to reread category of my phone. And it was just thanking me for like the group that we've brought together and all the things that's meant for them as far as making memories. So I feel really happy about how Alec can bring people together.
Yeah, it's a special thing.
Really
And
can.
we also were saying too, like we've had times where we've done it just a staycation where we've stayed, local and met up at the local lake, and we've not slept together in a room. We've had times where we've gone out of town to a different location. So it's evolved, and we've scaled up and scaled back and made it work for our schedules and everybody's time commitments, like you mentioned. But we were also saying, obviously, boating is a hobby of Alex. He's good at the water sports. He enjoys it, all of that good stuff. But this could be adapted to other hobbies or other activities as well. But like you said, the root of it is just bringing everybody together, having Alec be an active part in doing that is what's super special. So
yeah, and these are the people he counts as his absolute best friends.
Yeah.
I mean, he truly understands how much everyone loves him.
Yeah.
I'm convinced.
And I'm sure the effort that it takes to pull this off too. Like it's not without everybody chipping in, like you said, to make it happen in a variety of ways. But
yeah, it's truly a group effort.
I think he recognizes and appreciates that and enjoys it. Not to mention he turns into Vacation Al, which is our favorite version of Alec.
We love that version of him. We love him.
He's chill as a cucumber.
We so love him.
So you mentioned Michael and Megan. Michael and Megan have both been on our podcast. Megan is a school teacher, and she shared some insight to the special needs side of things, if you care to look back and find that. But we're going to plug in Michael first. He originally was trained by Scott Schlichter, who was part of the Colorado crew and the Sendigo and all of the adaptive sports. And that training has not only benefited Alec, but he also talks about how this benefited his kids. It's benefited my own kids in the way that we let Alec off the boat. He doesn't do a traditional water start. We do what's called a deck start. And so
we have that on the Instagram.
Yes.
A couple of days ago, I said how to teach your grandma how to do the kneeboard. Truly,
anybody can do it. Yeah,
anybody can do it. Yep. It's just such a great little method that you would think would be so straightforward, but
we coined it the Schlichter method now.
Yes, the Schlichter.
So Michael's going to talk a little bit more about that.
So I initially was kind of brought on and trained by some very highly trained professionals at Grapevine Lake. They showed us some techniques and different tips to get Alec up surfing using the platform and the back of the boat that you traditionally wouldn't use since you normally would start in the water. So we spent a week out on the lake getting trained up. We did surfing, we did sit surfing, kneeboarding, and of course the tubing that Al's always been really good at. But we were able to get him up using those techniques we learned. And Al would do like laps around the lake. It was awesome to watch. Like at Grapevine Lake, he would go for 20 plus minutes surfing when he was really into it. So I was able to incorporate some of those tips that we learned from Scott and apply those to like our kids when they were young, like 3-4 years old. Spencer and Max and some of their cousins, we've used all of them for surfing, sit surfing, and kneeboarding. So it was kind of cool to take those and use those and helped our kids in turn get up and learn how to be better surfers and do really well at some of the water sports. It's always something that we look forward to. I love doing. Of course, our kids and family love getting together with Al and cousins and the Jensens. It's a lot of fun. And I enjoy being out on the lake with all of them, especially watching Al when he's excited about surfing. Not so much as he used to be into it, but Al still loves getting out and shredding it on the tube. He loves to kneeboard and get out in the water and splash. So it's a lot of fun being out there. The highlight for me this week in particular, was the end of our final day on the lake yesterday. Blake Harsh asked Al what he wanted to do, and he wanted to wrap things up by tubing. with myself, Blake Harsh, and Alice. We had 2 tubes out there, had some little tube wars going on, but it was a great ending to a fun week out on the lake. So it was a good time.
And now we've got Megan, who is a school teacher. And so this whole idea of doing this Olympics morning together was her big contribution. She came with all sorts of props, and she had cute printed out schedules and instructions
so
for
cute.
the kids. It was adorable.
The kids thought it was such a treat.
Yes.
And I think Alec liked being plugged in
Yes.
here and there and not being totally overwhelmed with the
So here's Megan.
Okay, so this year this is the first ever, we called it the Branch Olympics. And it was really a fun activity for me to put together because I liked thinking about how we could bring the little kids, the big kids, and Al together so that we could all enjoy something to do for fun. And we had, Al was able to be the master of ceremonies, so we made sure that he was included in all of these things. And we just did different things like with pool noodles, some cup pong challenges, and some noodle, I think I called it, I can't think of the names of some of those, noodle fencing, and they had to just do a bunch of activities. We paired a big kid with a little kid, and so there was some good team camaraderie in there, and we were able to add Al into some of those activities where he could participate so that he could feel a part of, which to me, whenever you can make all age levels and feel a part of, it's the goal. It's what we wanted them to do. So that was my favorite. It got a little hot, and so do it as a reminder for next year. It's a little much, but fun activities like that. That's my favorite thing.
Blake Harsh, if you haven't listened to his podcast, you've got to listen to it. He has been such a joy to have on our team. He's been with Alec now for 6 or 7 years. And no, 7 years.
Yeah.
He's been with Alec 7 years. And he's the guy he's a rocket scientist in real life. He's a mechanical engineer. And when he's not building rockets and launching rockets, he is helping Alec get down the mountain skiing. He's an incredibly gifted guy in outdoor sports of all kinds. Like he does slackline with Alec when they're not skiing. He does paddleboarding with Alec and gets Alec somehow on the paddleboard, and he manages to stay on the paddleboard. I don't know how he does it. Sometimes he does get pushed off, but anyway, he's the ultimate hype guy for Alec. Alec adores him, and he wanted to share a few thoughts that he had about how he pumps Alec up and gets him going for boat week.
I feel like I'm in charge of keeping Al's spirits high. I feel like that's why you guys bring me around. I try and focus on making sure that he has his voice is heard on the boat, because there's a lot of people fighting for turns on the boat. So I try and make sure he gets as many turns as he wants. And then I just try and make it so he can do whatever he wants to do. If he wants to tube, I make sure he gets on the tube. If he wants to try kneeboarding or surfing, I facilitate that. So I just try and make sure that Al is able to do what he wants to do when he's out there, so he can have as much fun as we're having. I think it's important to focus on striking a balance, so everybody that's on the boat is still having fun, but we also realize that it's Alec's boat week. It's not our boat week. It's not the Blake show, not anybody else's show. And I think for me, part of what that looks like is not like, me personally, I'm not the one that's trying to force him into anything. Like, there's a lot of voices on the boat that try to force him into surfing, and I think that's good for them to do that. But for me, I want him to know, for me, I'm 100% on his side. So I'm always asking him what he wants, and I'll give him my 2 cents, but I'll always say, hey, maybe would you be open to trying this? But I always tell him, oh, but you can do whatever you want. That way he feels like, I just want him to feel like he can be honest with me. If he doesn't want to try surfing, I don't want to be the one to force him to do that. I want him to feel like he can say, no, I want to kneeboard, and I want you to help me get better at kneeboarding. Like this week, we didn't even do the surfboard at all, but I asked him, and he said that his favorite part was the kneeboarding. Like, he loved doing it. He had really long turns. He was splashed in the water. He was starting to cut in and out a little bit on the kneeboard. Like, he was having a blast, and that was awesome. And so I want to be that for him. I want to be, okay, whatever he wants, whatever is going to make him have the most enjoyment, I want to be able to give that to him.
Most years when we bring Alec into town, we like to bring a team member who is able to just kind of watch out for Alec, support him when he needs it, pull him away, kind of take care of his needs as we kind of get wrapped up and busy in meal planning or dealing with the other kids or whatever it is. So Ava came with Alec this year. She was phenomenal to have along, and we just wanted to get her take on what it is to be the traveling team member and how she was able to come and support Alec at Boat Week.
Yeah.
My role is to just help him maintain as much independence as he can, to help him when he's feeling amped or stressed, and just to be someone here to advocate for him when I notice those things. And obviously everyone here knows him and knows his needs and how to help him, but everyone's balancing a lot of things and trying to make this vacation happen. So it helps to have someone specifically looking out for Al. I really loved this trip, and just to see how much of it is focused on Alec. I've never been on like a vacation where it's been adapted to someone that has different needs, but also it's been something for everyone. It's been really cool to see just how well everyone works together to make this come to life for Alec, so that he can have a great time and he can enjoy it, and so that everyone else can have fun memories built with him. I think it's just been really cool to see, and I can tell that this is definitely a very happy place for him. Like, I hope everything goes smoothly on this trip, and it's been like, he's just been amazing and seemed so great and so happy, and I've loved to see it, and it's just been great what everyone has done to make it happen.
Some years we are able to have more of our immediate family come out and participate in Boat Week, but other times we can't get more than a member or two of our family to come. This year was really a lean year for us, but we did get to have Todd, Alec's older brother, come out. He also has got a podcast that we did earlier about talking about being the sibling of Alec. And it was fun to get his take on what he thinks about Boat Week, because he has participated now in every Boat Week, I think.
I think so.
I think
Yeah,
that's what
I think so.
I think he says that on this, but I'm not sure. And so we're going to get his take. Alec's father, Mark, came out for the first time this year. We will not hear from him on this podcast, but you will be hearing from him soon. And he actually came out for a few hours on the boat, and was on the boat for the first time with Alec in about 10 years. So that was fun.
That was fun.
That was unusual. That was a surprise. But anyway, it was fun to get him out there. Take it away, Todd.
My impressions of Boat Week over the years is it's always been good to have the big group come together and all share a common love for boating, as well as our common love for Alec, our favorite autistic guy. It whether it's on a boat or anywhere in the world or whichever state, we always have fun together. But this is particularly fun because we go back to Alec's roots of always loving water sports and being out on the water, as I know many autistic people do enjoy things along those lines. In summary, or just the joy I have of being together with a greater group, coming together to celebrate Alec and the joy he brings all of us.
Last and not least, we have all the kiddos. We had a big crew of, like you mentioned, teenage, preteen boys, and the girls, and then little Luke.
He's in a league all of his own.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So they had some sweet things to say, and we will share that with you now. All right, Meadow, can we start with you?
Yeah.
All right, tell us what your favorite thing about Boat Week is.
That we spent time together on the tube. We had a good time on the boat, and that we eat sandwiches on the boat.
So fun. Okay, Molly, what about you? What is your favorite part of Boat Week?
Eating snacks.
Eating snacks? There's more snacks here than we have at home, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Montana?
Going on the tube.
My favorite thing, I think, is tubing whenever we go on the boat with Al. I love how Al is a crazy rider and he isn't just one of the ones that likes to go slow and take it easy. He likes to go in circles and on the waves. And that's always really fun because, I mean, a lot of people don't really like to go that crazy. Some memorable things I will always remember on Boat Week is always come to the ranch and the track that we have here. And it's always really fun to go and do that with Blake and the boys, and Alec likes to come usually sometimes. And that's why it's fun to go do it with them.
Yeah, I like ripping it with Al on the tube. He likes to go crazy. We just go insanely. We get a bunch of air on the jumps, and we like ripping it on the Rangers and stuff like that. We like going on the trails, and it's really fun to look forward to every summer.
Yeah, I'd say my favorite part would be tubing with Alec because he likes going crazy and not many people like going crazy at all. And also another thing is riding around on the Ranger and Razor with Alec was really fun too, especially riding with Blake. It's really fun to go around and play with others and hang out with others.
Something that I love about Boat Week, and I like how it all brings us together and we're all able to hang out with each other. Specifically boating, I like how I'm able to help Al and to be able to help him either kneeboard or surf. I love watching and seeing that whenever he wants to do something, he's going to do it. And being able to help him this week get up on the kneeboard was a really awesome experience.
Well, that is a little bit of insight into Boat Week. We sure have a phenomenal time. And as Jackson once said, which was represented on our shirt this year, Alec equals fun. And because of Alec, all of us are able to have these fun memories and bonding time together. And really, we truly do look forward to this each year. We hope that this has inspired you to start traditions with your own family or with friends and find joy in the ability that your child has to bring others together. It really is a phenomenal thing. So that is a wrap for today's episode of Piece by Piece. If you're loving these conversations as much as we are, hit the follow button, share the show, and help us spread the word, because every piece of the story matters. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Piece by Piece Autism Podcast. That's PIECE, Piece by Piece Autism Podcast. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.